welcome back. Yeah, as you can see from the time lapse, I've done some work off camera. Yeah, it's amazing how you can take almost 4 hours of stuff and put it into less than a minute and a half. I wanted to at least know what I was doing for this area before I started decorating, because the plan for this episode, because we've had this for a while and it hasn't looked the best. I do have plans for what we're doing up here later. So, ended up doing this side, getting it ready for what we're doing. I did not do the side over here, but on the fortunate side, there's a whole lot less terrain to actually take out. So, that I decided to bite the bigger bullet and get rid of the area where I had to do a lot of clearing. We'll just put it that way. But, come down here. There's going to be two purposes to this. There is a hole in the wall with rails. We're going to have some villager crop farms in these 4 squares. So one will be for carrots, one for potatoes, wheat and beetroot, just for trades and all that. I'm not going to go too tall. I don't really want them sticking up above this, so maybe like 2 tiers high. Because honestly, I don't need much. Because I actually hope to not rely on farmers for emeralds too much. I have other plans for that. And when I do planning and stuff over multiple days, sometimes I have to leave myself... this is my in-game version of sticky notes. It's worked out well. Although you can definitely see all my typos. There is a guardian farm right... Or not farm. There's a guardian temple right there that soon we will conquer, and I'll turn into a guardian farm. And I don't want to... I want a on-foot way to get to it, so I had a brilliant idea. Since the water level is literally like right here, I'm going to have a stairway go down a few more blocks to about this, or whatever level I'll have the floor at in the Guardian Temple. And then I'll just have a glass tunnel to where it looks like an aquarium. So that was an idea that I'm like, I really need to write that down because I will not forget, or because I will not remember. So yeah, that'll be coming in a few episodes. But today we're going to focus mainly on some crop farms there, which I've already got. The hard part is getting villagers taken care of, and I've got it set up to where I can get villagers moved in here easily. I guess I'll just show it from this way. I've got the underbelly of the chunks, and this is our rail line for the villager trading hall and stuff. I've just got it set up to where I can reroute where villagers go. So instead of sending them to the breeder and then trading hall, I've got them just headed this way to currently the side of a wall. But we will build up the farms, get villagers in, then I can kind of hide that. And let me get some rockets so I can get up in the sky. I also did a little bit of tinkering. I had taken out, or I had originally had a pathway here, and then I blocked it all up with this, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just put a pathway here, because I wanted to kind of mirror the bamboo farm and sugarcane farm. Well, I've figured out what farm I'm going to put here, and it wasn't going to coexist well, with these other spots here. We're going to go with melon and pumpkin farms because I can very easily imitate those right here. And then I'll probably only take up 1 of these chunks instead of 2 like the other farms. Although I might be able to, if I can keep the pathway in here, like if I make a design to where I can keep the pathway, then I might take up both chunks. So, we'll see. I know a farm will work here. I just have no idea what it's going to look like. So, time for improvisation, right? And we're back. We have the farms in, and yeah, just super basic, just crops with one farmer. And we've got wheat on this side, we've got potatoes over there. This should be beetroot, and then we got carrots. And underneath, we have all the redstone. So all the minecarts going back and forth. Got water streams. Just to pull the... And the water streams essentially send everything all the way around. And it's not a straight shot because I'm really bad at redstone. There's not really another explanation for that. And yeah, you can see all that clutter right there. I don't have an ender pearl on me, so it's a little hard getting over there. I'm gonna go this way just so I don't break anything. But if I pull this lever, anything that comes in, you can kind of hear the sounds there. I just don't want to get too close and pick stuff up. Yeah, that'll automatically process into bone meal, and there needs to actually be a block right there. Just so the bone meal doesn't shoot out. But, flick a lever, and it now goes into the storage system. So, if we start getting overflowed on anything, like if this is just going to run passively, and I've AFK'd for a few hours while I ran some errands, and then I left it overnight to AFK as well. And yeah, wheat's slow because you only get one at a time. The others are doing much better. But like I said, I only have one row for each of these, and they aren't going to be what I'm going to be using for emerald gain anyway, so I'm not too concerned. I just wanted to have it just in case, because I felt like this would be a good spot to put it. And I wanted to do some decorating today, and you want to get the farms in place before you do decoration. Otherwise, it's really hard to work around. But leaving a space right there for the Guardian farm, tunnel. But yeah, we're going to start... Fly up. We're going to start on this. And I don't have any idea how it's going to look. I just know I'm not going to do the outsides of all that yet. I might do this side just because I have stuff in place over there. But I do think this front side, I'm going to have stuff kind of hanging over, like the vines and leaves. And in the middle, I've got an idea. But everything else is just going to be whatever sounds good. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I think this went okay. We'll go up and look at it here in just a minute. But yeah, had an idea just to have leaves hanging down, kind of hide the harder edge that the stone, like the andesite, was leaving. But I really like the look from way back here. Just this look of the storage system with all the leaves hanging down. It almost looks like, if it was darker, it almost looks like it'd be some sort of abandoned, I don't want to say temple because it doesn't quite look like that, but abandoned facility in the jungle. So, yeah. Anyway, a lot to explain up here. This, I didn't have any ideas for this entire chunk because this was the last thing done. So I decided, oh, I'm just going to throw a bunch of trapdoors with stuff inside. As like grow beds with a sun shield, that sort of thing. So this way it looks like there's plants growing. This one, I decided to just take a bunch of green blocks and make it look like there's some sort of weird stuff growing in this. I kind of like it. So yeah, this though I'm not completely sold, because from like this angle it looks fine, but if I take a step back, it just looks flat. So what I may do, I may trim the edges with slabs instead of trapdoors, because that may look better. But yeah, for the most part, it's just I wanted a path all the way around here that's kind of overgrown, just very, very green. And yeah, got a little campfire section back here. Very nice view. We still have to finish that. I do want to see. Okay, I was wondering how long this glowberry would grow. But got a nice little pond back here. This one is very risky because right below it is the storage system. So, yeah. Hopefully none of that moss gets punched out. And then this, I may go back and replace it with a different type of waterlogged block. Just because trapdoors may not do the trick. But it's not really meant to be seen super much. But the blocks on the other side of the trapdoors are literally the ceiling of down there. So yeah, I can't do too many other options. But just a nice garden area, and I want to do one more thing. I want to take a look at the map, and I'm going to go ahead and just grab a screenshot real quick. And lag. There we go. Not sure what that was. Oh, I was hitting the sides. Okay. That's gotta be that one. And that one, then. Okay, yeah, I think there's been some new stuff done. I think it shows up quite well. Let's see. Trying to figure out what is this. Oh, this is the giant. Okay. I was wondering why it was entirely gray in this, because I have a gray roof. Okay, so I'm just a little dumb. But yeah, let me put this back, and I'm gonna wait to get a screenshot of that and until I get some light. But yeah, I wanted to time-lapse the whole thing, but I ran into a problem with replay mod, and for some reason it crashed when I tried to save the replay, and wasn't able to recover the footage. So that's always great. Let's see. But we are making very good progress on the map. I think we're maybe a quarter of the way done. But yeah, we're getting there. Alright, we still have a little bit of time to work on some things in this episode. If you can hear some stuff in the background, I apologize. It's my air conditioner, because I am not a fan of hot weather at all. But yeah, I know this makes no sense for all these squares, but I had an idea in the middle of the night. So I was wondering, what am I going to do to decorate out these squares here? Because I didn't think I could fit farms in here real well. But I had an idea. So we go aerial. You can see there's 10 squares. There's 2 in the bottom corners, 1 there and 1 there, and then 2 along each side, and then 2 in the top corners. There just happens to be about 10 types of trees in Minecraft. We just have to squish some together. So the big squares here are going to be for the annoying trees, which would be dark oak and mangrove. So yes, I'm essentially setting up a tree nursery here. Instead of a farm like we have bamboo, and I'm probably eventually going to make a farm for maybe a few of these, like cherry wood, because I've been using a lot, so I might use a cherry wood farm at some point. This is more of a decorative build. I'm not going to be using farms for this area, so might as well put up a tree nursery and actually have kind of make it look like it's a garden of just the different types of trees in Minecraft. So, like I said, dark oak and mangrove will be in the big ones because they're kind of bulky and awkward. Along the sides are the ones that actually like grow decent and used to. I went and gathered all the saplings, so it's going to be cherry, birch, acacia, spruce, jungle, and oak. We'll kind of go in the ones directly touching the central area. And then in the corners, I'm going to have the azalea trees, and because they're kind of trees, kind of not, we have the fungi. So azaleas be in one corner, fungi in the other. I don't know which will go which. But how these corners are set up, this will be, say, the warped wood, this will be the crimson wood, and then this is just like a decorative thing. I was thinking kind of like a watering tank, something like that. Same thing over here, but with regular and then flowering azalea. Even though they kind of look very similar, I may actually edit the trees on those to resemble more of a flowering and non-flowering azalea tree. I'm having to get a little creative here, okay? But yeah, let's, without doing too much custom tree work, let's see how this goes. And yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. I do like how there's some variation with heights on trees and all that. Uh, there, the mangrove tree I may have had to regrow a couple times because it was being difficult. So what I had to end up doing, you'll notice that I didn't want a like 40 block tall mangrove tree that was like the roots started up there and all that. So I actually had to I removed the pillar, but I had to come about 3 or 4 blocks down to actually plant the sapling, and then it grew on top, so that worked out. I actually had to farm up some more dark oak saplings because I didn't have enough for multiple trees. Climb up. Just figured I'd try to climb up the mangrove tree, but it didn't want any of my shenanigans, apparently. Anyway. I might cut some of those leaves back in case they're in the way. But yeah, so not a horrible idea. The cauldrons look a bit weird because I have my redstone texture pack on. I want these here as like watering bays, just to add a little more life. If it doesn't make sense, that's okay. These, it made sense to have just a thing of water here. I may do something in the corners there eventually, but for now, doesn't really need it. Coming back over here, though, I may change up how this looks. I may actually take this chunk here and do something to kind of balance out this staircase, because it backing up, I can't see anything from down here. The one thing about the Lightmatica mod is having sticks in your inventory gets annoying, but it looks really imbalanced for this staircase. So I either need to move it, or I need to balance it out in some way, or just remove it entirely, and I may just turn that into a window. But that's a problem for future me at whatever point, whenever I figure out, because yeah, there's nothing but empty space in here. So I could definitely do something with this chunk, but I'm not entirely sure yet. But I do know this episode has taken long enough to make, and yeah, I'm getting a little tired because I'm trying to get this out in a decent amount of time. I'll put it that way. You guys really spawn in the weirdest places. But yeah, hopefully, I don't really have a plan for next episode yet. I may work on some random projects. I don't really know. I will sit down and try to figure out what we're doing. But yeah, the island is definitely getting there. I do like this idea that not everything needs to be farms and whatnot, but it does add a lot of color and a lot of variation to everything. So yeah, don't forget to leave some comments, leave a like, subscribe if you're not. I work full-time, so episodes come out a little bit later than they should, but I'm trying to get better on that. I also do a bunch of other stuff, so that delays things as well. But yeah, also I'm going to try to get back into streaming. This should be coming out on Thursday. I'm going to try streaming either Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, because I will actually have free time then. I'm just not entirely sure. So follow me on Twitch, just get the live notifications. I am going to probably start modded Minecraft again soon, because I've got an itch to play that. I just have to make sure the mod pack I want to play isn't going to explode my computer when I tried to stream it. Because I was playing it the other day just to make sure it was working, make sure it was going to be a good mod pack to roll with. And it was making my computer chug. So, yeah. Fun times. Anyways, if you haven't figured it out, I am from the Midwest, and this outro has been just a bit of a Midwestern goodbye. So, I will release you guys now. Have fun. Take care. And I'll see you in the next episode.